Are you looking to build a mobile app? Well, let's talk about some low-code and no-code and developer options for you to create your own mobile app. Software and application development has changed a lot in recent years. It used to require somebody that had a lot of coding expertise to make something at least even halfway functional. You or someone on your team had to know programming. Today, it's a little different and there's some other options you can use. And we're going to talk about that in today's video. With low-code and no-code development platforms, all you need is a vision, an idea of what problem your app will solve, and you need to know how to bring value to your target user. There are a few key differences between low-code and no-code solutions, as well as distinct pros and cons of each. There's also still the option of using professional developers, which should be factored into the conversation as well. So, what is no-code? No-code is a movement that allows non-developers to build their own apps and software. Website building platforms like Wix and Squarespace are a great example. These platforms allow non-technical people to easily build and launch their websites, from basic blogs or portfolio sites to e-commerce stores. Let's take a look at some of the major advantages of using a no-code platform. Number one is ease of use. Just about anyone can build software with these tools, breaking down what was once a huge barrier to entry to app development. Number two is speed. No code is not just user-friendly, but it's fast. With all the underlying code pre-written, you save a lot of time by simply dragging and dropping the components you need. Number three is cost. Developers aren't cheap, and you're paying for years of education and practice that goes into becoming a competent developer. No-code builders, however, are available for a low and predictable subscription fee, which almost always works out to be more cost-effective. Now let's take a look at some of the disadvantages of a no-code platform. Number one is the lack of flexibility. Many no-code options trade usability for flexibility, and that's not always good. It may be easy to build something that looks decent, but trying to customize it outside the template could be difficult. Con number two is speed. With code blocks awkwardly pieced together, apps that are built with no-code platforms often run slower due to inefficient code bloat on the back end. And last, compatibility with legacy systems. Integrating your app or software with other platforms can be difficult for no-code builders, making it less of a fit for business users. Now let's talk about low code. What is low code? Low code is a way of building apps or software that involves pre-coded blocks or elements, similar to no code. The difference with low code is it's more of a midpoint between no code and manual coding. With most low code development platforms, all the code is already there, pre-written. You usually just drag and drop the elements you want onto a canvas. The difference between a low-code platform and no-code is that low-code requires a basic understanding of coding. You need to know how to fit the code blocks together correctly. For simple jobs, you may be able to do the same thing with a no-code builder in less time. So make sure you weigh your options and what you actually need to build. Is low-code better for you, or is no-code better for you? So at this point in the video, you still might be asking low-code versus no-code, what do I choose? Well, obviously, if you're looking for the easiest way to get an app out the door, obviously, no code is the easiest way. But if you want more flexibility and you want to have more control over what your app can do, take a look at some low code options. Obviously, if you want a more advanced app, you're gonna have to look at coding your app from scratch. But that comes with paying a lot more money and dedicating a lot more time to app creation. If you're a competent developer or you have the means to hire developers, you can build an app from scratch. However, those who don't want to spend the time, money, or hassle hiring or managing developers, you can opt in for a low-code or no-code tool. No-code is not going to replace developers, but instead it makes smaller projects more accessible for non-technical folks. It's a good idea to start and use a low-code or no-code platform first, and if these platforms can achieve what you want to do, then move on to custom development. If you have any sort of website, think about turning it into an app. With MobiLoud, you get to build your own mobile app with all the features of your website. Take a look at the links in the description for our services. I hope you learned something in this video. If you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe. We're always posting content like this. My name is Jamarco, and I will see you next time.